turns into a thick, dark, almost black-like liquid that you eventually start vomiting back up. And while the bleeding keeps getting worse, the kidneys start failing too. At first, you notice you're barely peeing anymore. Then eventually, almost nothing comes out at all. So the waste that's supposed to be processed by the kidneys starts building up in your bloodstream instead. So even while you're lying still, your body feels heavier, weaker, and more poisoned by the hour. Eventually, your death comes from shock. Because of the blood leak, your heart has less pressure to work with, so it struggles to push oxygen to your brain and organs. You become cold, confused, and too weak to stay awake. Then slowly, your consciousness just fades, and then lights out. In this phase, death can happen within about 7 to 10 days. Today, there's a vaccine that can provide long-lasting protection against yellow fever. But before vaccines existed, yellow fever was deadly. During the 1793 Philadelphia epidemic alone, around 5,000 people died in just a few months, which was roughly 10% of the city's population at the time. Severe yellow fever cases still kill around 30 to 60% of patients even today. And once the black vomit and internal bleeding start, even modern hospitals can mostly just sit there and hope your liver figures it out on its own. CJD. Imagine you're a teenager living in the UK in the early 1990s. News about mad cow disease has started appearing on television, but most people still aren't panicking over it yet. Beef is still everywhere, in burgers, meat pies, sausages, or even school lunches. So one afternoon, you eat contaminated beef without thinking twice about it. Unfortunately, the cows had malware. Some of their cows were carrying a malformed protein called a prion, the cause of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, or CJD. When they enter your body, the prions slowly reach the nervous system and start interacting with similar proteins naturally found inside the brain. One by one, they force those healthy proteins to fold into the same malformed shape too. And once proteins fold wrong, the brain can't use them properly anymore. Instead of staying separated and functional, the damaged proteins begin sticking together into dense clumps the brain can't break down or clear away. Over time, those clumps spread deeper into the brain tissue, disrupting signals between neurons while nearby brain cells slowly stop functioning and die. But for years, you won't notice anything happens. You go to school, watch TV, and hang out with friends, and when the symptoms finally come, the changes are subtle enough that nobody thinks it's a brain disease. You become anxious more easily, irritated over tiny things. Conversations suddenly feels harder to follow. Your family notices your personality feels different too, but nobody can fully explain why. So at first, you get diagnosed with depression or psychiatric problems instead. But then the damage spreads into parts of the brain that control movement. Walk